मैडम शुरू कर सकते हैं अभी।
और मैं स्टार्ट। हेलो।
हाँ, आ रही है आपकी आवाज।
A very good morning to our respected guests, Honorable Shri H.R. Bakhru ji, President Sindhu Vidya Samiti, Dr. Vinky Rugwani sir, Chairman, Dr. I.P. Keswani sir, General Secretary Sindhu Vidya Samiti, and President Alumni Association SAARTHI, Principal Dr. S.C. Kasbekar sir, Vice Principal Dr. S.K. Tewani sir, and Dr. A.G. Thadani sir, Cultural in charge Dr. Leena Chandnani ma'am, Organizing Team Dr. Sapna Tiwari ma'am, Dr. A. Qureshi sir, Dr. Suman Keswani ma'am, Dr. A. Amit Nanwani sir, Dr. Bhawna Choudhary ma'am, and Trupti Sakhare ma'am, Nagpur sir, all the teachers, and all my dear friends present here. I, Sindhu, student of TV second year, welcome you all on this virtual platform on Cultivating Skills under the banner Mahavidyalaya by alumnus of our college, Mr. Anirban Mukherjee sir. Self-expression is the manifestation of one's thoughts, feelings, fondness, ideas, and passion in the form of music, art, and dance that need to be squeezed out from the cocoon of shyness. Culture and Performing Arts Committee, in collaboration with Alumni Association of Dada Ramchand Sindhu Mahavidyalaya, is organizing a series of activities for those aspirants and energetic students who want to exhibit their talent to the world through this platform. Students can learn singing, dancing, acting, and many other activities from our alumni, which will facilitate their future hobbies or profession. First in the series was an online dance workshop by Mr. Harshit Meshram sir and Mr. Abhishek Govindwar sir. Second in the series, we are organizing a workshop on debating and elocution skills by Anirban Mukherjee sir, alumnus of our college. But before that, I request our principal, Dr. S.C. Kasbekar sir, to express his thoughts. Sir?
कसबेकर साहब का म्यूट होगा माइक।
सर अनम्यूट करिए कसबेकर सर।
हाँ नहीं ठीक है, इट्स ओके। गुड इवनिंग, वेरी गुड इवनिंग टू श्री HR Bakhru sir, President Sindhu Vidya Samiti, Dr. Vinky Rugwani sir, Chairman Sindhu Vidya Samiti, Dr. I.P. Keswani sir, General Secretary Sindhu Vidya Samiti and President of Dada Ramchandra Bakhru Sindhu Mahavidyalaya Alumni Association, dear organizers and my dear friends, it's one of the rare occasions to hear, to listen to your own student, that is Anirban Mukherjee. Anirban Mukherjee was not only good in academics, but he was a very vibrant debater. He has won many laurels to Sindhu Mahavidyalaya, and it's a great day for me also to hear you. We all are eager to hear you, Anirban, and I hand over mic to the organizers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, definitely we are very eager to hear Anirban, sir. Now I request Dr. I.P. Keswani, sir, to share his ideas.
See, in this series of extra inputs which we are trying to give to our students, present in this forum is Dr. Vinky Rugwani, Chairman of Sindhu Vidya Samiti, Dr. Kasbekar, Dr. Tewani, Mr. Naveen Agarwal, Professor Keswani, and my dear friends. You see, the importance of communication cannot be more emphasized. You know, we all know that how important it is to put your thoughts well in front of people so that you are received well. Say, about 1 lakh years back, we were like a common species, we are also a species, and we were in the middle of the food chain. And now we are at the top of the food chain. Reason being that the cognitive revolution took place, and the cognitive abilities which we have, we can think, we can express our feelings, we can communicate so well that we can work in groups. See, if you have 1,000 monkeys sitting there and one monkey is addressing to them, they will not be able to sit there, because they don't have those many ideas, those many thoughts, that kind of language which we people have developed. So finally what happens is, the one who can express his ideas well is the person who becomes a good leader. Now, you have the examples in front of you. Like if you see the Hitler, what was Hitler? He ruled Germany for so many years only because of his oratory skills. He could hammer with his thoughts in the minds of people, and to a large gathering he could influence. Similar is the case with our Honorable Prime Minister Modi. You must have heard him speaking so many times. Ultimately, what distinguishes him from other people is his expression, his debates, his level of communication. So for you to be successful in your life, you need the skill of putting your thoughts well in front of people, gathering ideas from other places, and making a coherent speech. So for that, in this series of initiatives which the Sindhu Mahavidyalaya has taken for the extracurricular all-round development of the students, now we have a very distinguished speaker, Mr. Anirban Mukherjee, with us. He has been a debater and he is highly skilled in that. So we want to just know what are the skills which are there to become a good debater. See, you must have read books by Dale Carnegie, where so many books are there on debating skills also. But to listen from a person who belongs to us, who is none other than our own student, so it is definitely a pleasure for all of you, and it will be a pleasure for us also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll try to grasp as many things as we can from Anirban, sir. Now I request Dr. Vinki Rugwani, sir, to express his views. So,
His mic is muted properly. Tewani, क्या हो गया? अग्रवाल?
सर जुड़े तो थे सर, शायद बाहर जब भी बाहर हो गए थे।
अच्छा,
अभी दिख नहीं रहा, मैंने अभी रखा हूँ कि अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं अपने आप को।
You can proceed further.
जी।
So let's proceed forward. Now it's time to begin with the workshop on debating skills under the banner Abhivyakti. Today we have with us Mr. Anirban Mukherjee. He has been confirmed with prestigious Best Student Award by Rashtra Sant Tukadoji Maharaj, Nagpur University. He is a renowned national orator having distinct orator expressive skills. He is currently pursuing his MSc in Biotechnology from Vellore Institute of Technology, Tamil Nadu. Mr. Anirban Mukherjee has more than 20 certificates from the best universities of the world, including Yale University, University of Manchester, and many more. He is university topper in bioscience and have achieved an overall 50th merit among all the courses in science offered by RTMLU. He has got 5 state level Best Speaker Award in research-oriented seminars, competition, debate, and elocution competition. First winner is the state level seminar competition in chemistry organized by Borwan College, Nagpur. 50 plus Best Speaker Awards are awarded to him in intercollegiate seminars, debates, poster, education, and other competitions. Now I hand over mic to Mr. Anirban sir to continue with the workshop.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Yes, Anirban, you are audible.
Okay. Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. H.R. Bakhru sir, President, Sindhi Hindi Vidya Samiti, Dr. Vinki Rugwani sir, Chairman, Sindhi Hindi Vidya Samiti, Dr. I.P. Keswani sir, General Secretary, Sindhi Hindi Vidya Samiti, and President of the SAARTHI Alumni Association, Kasbekar sir, Tewani sir, Thadani sir, Leena ma'am, Sapna ma'am, Qureshi sir, Suman ma'am, Amit sir, Bhawna ma'am, and Trupti ma'am for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, everyone. I know that a mere thank you is not enough for everything that Sindhu Mahavidyalaya has done for me. I will never be able to forget those 3 years of my life in Sindhu Mahavidyalaya, which has made and transformed my character, my behavior, my mentality, and have made me, most importantly, a better person. The support and help that I received from the college committee at every step is just unforgettable. Cherian sir and Kasbekar sir have always supported me and motivated me. All of my professors stood beside me so that I could manage my debating sessions and education at the same time. I'm especially thankful to Sarkar ma'am who brought me to this college and have always inspired me. But whatever I have achieved today as a debater, as a speaker, or as an orator, it is only because of Leena ma'am. She inspired me always, and it is only because of her that today I am giving this seminar. She has made me that much capable. Thank you, ma'am, and I thank everyone for giving me this opportunity. So, talking about debating skills, I am not going to lecture you on this, and I don't want to ruin your evening. I very well know the students' perceptions of boring lectures. Rather, I will tell you about my journey, how I started, what mistakes I made, and how I rectified them. Okay, so to begin with, the first most important thing is the courage that you need. What courage? The courage to come forward. I know it sounds pretty easy, right? But it is not so. So let me give you an example. Consider a debate competition is hosted in your college, only for your college students. Tell me how many of the students will have courage to come forward and join the meeting? Very few, or maybe very less. It is mesmerizing, really very mesmerizing to know that the number is very few. Because I still recollect the day in English class when Leena ma'am announced about a debate competition in the college itself, and you will be surprised to know that out of around 70 to 80 students in the class, only I raised my hand. This shows that actually students are afraid of coming forward. And what is the main reason, you know? You feel that if you don't speak properly, your friends will make fun of you. Rather, it feels like when you get onto the stage, you will make a fool out of yourself. So this is the situation, or this is the mental pressure that you need to overcome first and foremost if you want to become a debater. Because overcoming your fear and coming forward to participate is very important. So you have to understand that if you are not able to stand on the stage in front of your own friends, it is very difficult to stand in front of a crowd in different colleges who would be like staring at you like monsters, and your throat will dry up and words will not come out of your mouth. So this is the first and foremost point which every individual or everyone who wants to become a public speaker or an orator should remember, that first and foremost he or she should have the courage to come forward. Okay, so as I say, I recollect those days till now, and I would like to tell you about the result of that debate competition in which I participated first. The first debate competition that I participated in Sindhu Mahavidyalaya. I still remember, like, there were 15 participants in that competition, and I even failed to win a consolation prize there. So, but what that day taught me, I learned a number of lessons. I sat there till the last moment and listened to everybody speaking. So this is the second point that you should remember, what you should learn from everyone. Because if you think that debating is like just coming to the stage, speaking a topic and then going back, it's not like that. You have to understand why you are speaking, what's your motive behind, and what are your thoughts. This should be crystal clear. So once your turn is over, don't just leave the room. Sit there patiently and listen to the other candidates, how and what they're speaking. You may win or lose a competition, but whatever you will learn, it will remain with you for the rest of your life. So the third important point, which is really difficult for people to follow, is you should never be disheartened by your failures. I would like to tell you that I started participating in intercollegiate competitions. When I started, I lost like 5 competitions in a row and even did not get a consolation prize in any one of them. Like a normal student would be, I was also very frustrated, heartbroken, and thought of stopping that day itself. I actually went to Leena ma'am and that day and told her that I don't want to participate anymore. So like, I am done. I don't want to do it again. But she stood beside me and told me, and her words I still remember today also. She told me, don't give up. I know your potential. You will surely win one day. So I don't know what those words, how those words struck my ear, and what level of confidence those lines instilled in me, that it totally transformed my debating career. From that day, I understood one thing, that having self-confidence, self-belief is very important. No matter what you do, how you do, but having confidence in yourself is very, very important. So after that, I did not look back. I went on to win many competitions. I also lost some competitions, but now those losses instilled more confidence and my hunger to participate increased more. So basically, मैं ये बोलना चाहूंगा कि आप हारेंगे, आप ऐसा नहीं है कि आप हर डिबेट कंपटीशन जीतेंगे, आप बहुत सारे कंपटीशंस हार भी जाएंगे, बट हर हार से आपको एक चीज सीखने को मिलनी चाहिए कि द डे यू आर लिविंग दैट हॉल, you are taking some kind of knowledge and learning from that particular stage, and you should not repeat your mistakes again. So I feel that you should never give up and never lose hope, because in this debating thing, there are like 200, 300, 400 people, they come for debating, and prizes, there are only 3, first, second, and third. So if you only target the prize, you will lose. You will, at the end of the day, you will feel that you have not won anything, but that's not the fact. If you have the potential, if you have the courage to sit there till the last candidate speaks, and you note every single point, what they're trying to tell you, what they're making, what they're putting forward, how they're speaking. So if you can imbibe these things, it will really help you in your future. Still now, These are like basic points, because having courage, coming forward and getting up onto the stage, these are like most common things that a debater should have. Before becoming a debater, actually the student must possess these things. Once the student possesses these things, he has now come to the stage. Now I will tell you the important points so that you can set the stage on fire. Okay. So what are the most important points that makes a good debater? What do you think? Do you think that knowing a lot of knowledge and like vomiting it in front of the judges will win you prizes? No. If you think that you go there, shout, it will win you prizes? No, my friends. In the game of chess, how you plan, in the same way you do in the debate and elocution competitions. You have to understand every word that you speak, because the other person who is listening to you, he or she is just waiting for his or her chance to come on the stage and cross your points. So everything that you speak, you should know that whether you are speaking the right thing or what should I say? You should know what you are speaking actually. You should not speak anything that you don't know that comes to your mouth. Don't work like that, because debating is like how many points you cross the opponent whose points you are crossing and how many points you put forward. So, okay, I would like to tell you some important skills which I feel from my point of view holds a lot of importance in debating. So language and dressing sense, eye contact and success mantra, your body movement and subject matter, your confidence level, and last one, never memorize and vomit. So I will tell you some important points, that very simple points that you should keep in mind, how you can carry them out, how you can put forward, and how you can go on to win the competitions. So first of all, let's come to the language part. Okay. So in most of the debate competitions, you will see that language is never a barrier, right? So if I talk about Nagpur, so in Nagpur, we have all the English, Hindi, and mainly Marathi speakers. So language is never, language don't play much important role. This is what the organizers of the debaters say. But what I feel is that you can speak in any language. आप जिस भी भाषा में बोलना चाहे आप बोल सकते हैं. But the most important thing is you should have a very strong hold on that particular language. You should know what you are speaking, and most importantly, you should have a very, very strong vocabulary. Because what happens when you go onto the stage, you will forget many things. And since you are not allowed to carry a piece of paper or sheet on the stage, so it becomes very difficult for you to remember so many points and what points you will cross and what you will tell. But although in some debate competitions they say like a piece of paper stage tak leke ja sakte hain, but what happens, what I have personally spoken to the judges and have asked them, so they have told like even if they say, the organizers, if they say this is actually for those people who fear to come onto the stage without a piece of paper, to instill confidence among them that at least they have something with them and they will not end up looking just blindfolded. So the piece of paper is allowed for them so that they can at least see from it and speak something to instill confidence in them. But this will not win you competitions, because the judges say that as soon as you look at the piece of paper, 2 marks are deducted. So for example, if you are like, if the total marking scheme is of 50 marks, you are now evaluated for 48 marks, you have already lost 2 marks. And I heard for every thrice or 2 times that you look at the piece of paper, you lose marks. So initially, in the initial competitions, I also used to carry that small piece of paper to pinpoint the things that I used to forget. But later, the judges, one of the judges, they called me and they told me this. So I still remember that, and it is very essential for you to understand. Okay, in initial days, you need practice because this will not come in a single day. आप एक दिन में इतना कुछ नहीं कर सकते, आपको धीरे-धीरे सीखना पड़ेगा. So for this, even if you carry a piece of paper in your initial competitions, it's okay. That will instill confidence in you, which will help you to like stand in front of a large number of crowd in other competitions. So talking about this, this makes me remember one of my experiences. Like I was in the high school. So there was like a debate competition. It was like hosted in Mumbai, and it was very of my initial days. And when I went there, I stood on the stage in front of the mic, and there were like 500 or 600 people sitting in front of me, and the judges were staring at me. I don't know what happened. When I saw them, my legs, they start shaking, my heart started beating fast, and I even forgot my name. People were laughing at me, and so it was really a very bad experience for me. But you need to learn from your mistakes, because that day I understood that these people will laugh at you. There will be many people who will laugh at you, at your potentials. But if you feel that you have the capability, if you feel that you can do it, no one is there to stop you. So after that happened, after 1 or 2 years, again, that teacher, I spoke to that teacher who like selected me, and he told me when he saw my achievements, he called me up, he rang me up, and he told me that he is like very happy to see me progressing. He's a very renowned personality. He's Mr. Vikas Khurana. I guess many of you know him. So he told me that you should not give up. There will be times when people, there will be very good speakers. When you look at them, you will like feel that I can defeat that guy, but this should not happen. You should go on the stage, do your part, come back, sit down, and just listen to everyone, what they're speaking, what they're trying to say. If you can do that, you are not losing anything. If you are getting a prize, okay, that's fine. That's like a bonus. What most important you are gaining is you are gaining a good oratory skill, communication skill, and this, no one can take this skill from you. Maybe there may be person or people who will win hundreds of prizes, but they may not know as much as you know, how much techniques you know. So this will help you to build up your career and how you go forward and how you communicate with others. Because today in this world, as I am from a science background, so I know the importance that every step they will challenge you. They will ask you for giving seminar presentations. And what I have seen people facing, even in the MSc, in the PhD, I have seen people like they are fearing to come up on the stage and explain their slides. Their legs are shaking because they don't have good communication skills. So learning communication skills today is very, very important, and every single individual should do that, because in the long run, this is what that will bring you success. So this is a basic point which you should remember about the language that I told. So next comes the dressing sense. Okay, now you will tell me that why dressing sense? Let me tell you. Dressing sense, they will not tell that dressing sense is important. But what I have experienced, what I have seen is that dressing sense plays a really important role. Why? Initial days, I have seen people not coming in proper formal dresses, and this spoke really well, and they ended up losing the competitions. Since I was like, I used to participate in many competitions, and people knew me, I just went to the judges and at the last, after the competition, and asked them. I won prize in that competition, but still I asked them, sir, why that fellow did not win a prize? He spoke really well. Sir told me the way he stood up from his seat and he came to the dais, the attitude that he had was not positive. I told him that, sorry, sir, I did not get you. He told me that the guy was overconfident. So, first of all, he did not have a proper or dressing style. Secondly, he came up to the stage. He did not address the audience properly, but he spoke really well. So, sir told me that these really don't matter how you speak and all. First and foremost important thing is how you approach. What's your approach? The first moment that you get up from your seat and come onto the platform, that moment may decide 50% of your chances. So try to look positive. Don't look too overconfident that you will, yes, you are going and you will surely or definitely win a prize. It's not like that. Wear some formal clothes. I prefer you to follow formal dressing style. And if you have blazers, that's very good because it always gives a positive impression. However, I did not wear blazers because I faced little problems in moving my hands in it. So I personally did not use it, but I feel that if you are comfortable, you should wear proper blazers in competitions, because big competitions, they demand this. Because when in different states I have seen and I have spoken, now I am in Tamil Nadu, I have seen they write itself in the pamphlet that while you are coming for the competition, you should wear formal clothes and you should have a blazer. I don't know, but they make it mandatory. So you like understand, because these platforms, they are like big platforms. So I'm not talking about the small competitions. You may go in the small competitions and even you may win prizes, but these things really matter when you go to the bigger platforms, like if you go to the national level competitions or even in state level championships. So these things matter. Then these are very small things which you may even not care about, but this actually brings a lot of positive and good and negative results both. So I will tell you that you better follow a very good dressing style and it will definitely help you. So secondly, what I feel the most important thing that a proper debater should have is the eye contact capability. Now you would ask me, what is this eye contact thing? Let me tell you. Okay, when you go to the stage, judges are sitting, audience are sitting, but the first and foremost thing, you start speaking, you look at the walls. I used to do that to avoid the scary starings from the judges, from the audiences. I used to look at the wall initially in the initial competitions, but this is wrong. You should never look at the walls. What you should do is, the moment you get up on the stage, you hold your mic, you should start looking at your judges. You should make eye contact with your judges. Remember that making eye contact with the judges always helps you, because in that entire room, if there are like 800 people, 1000 people, but there are those 5 judges who are actually going to listen what you are saying, and others, they may look like they're listening, but they don't really care. So it's better you should make eye contact with the judges. A debater who looks at the students or at the walls is just like a common speaker. So if you want to leave a mark, you should have the courage to look at the judges while you speak. But the problem is, this may end up in a negative note also, because when you look at the judges start staring you back. So when they give you those scary looks, half of your confidence is gone. Your confidence breaks down and you fumble and you forget and you don't get the words to speak. So you may have prepared very well, but still you end up losing the competition. So this making eye contact with the judges and audiences, it will not come in one day, because I know it's really difficult. It took me a lot of time to master it, because in few competitions I like fumbled. I looked at the judges, then I forgot my lines because they were like staring at me angrily. So, but slowly I learned how to master this skill. And once you master this skill, I tell you, you win 50% of the competition in the easy sense. Don't look at the walls, don't look at the audience, don't care about what they're doing. Just look at those judges. Maybe if there are 5 people, make eye contact with everyone in gap of time so that they should understand that yes, what you are speaking and you are addressing to them, because the audience will not win you prize, it is the judges who are going to win you prize. So this is the golden rule of debate, that you should know that it is actually the judges to impress. I always followed this rule: impress the judges and forget the audience. So once you start impressing the judges, so you don't care what the audience thinks, and you will end up winning the prize. So this is actually a tactic which you should follow. But most of the debaters you will see, they bring along them some audience. They will sit in the hall and they will create nuisance. They will create disturbing situations. What happens when that particular speaker speaks? He would use different unnecessary quotes. So those unnecessary quotes are actually not useful, but they would like stand up, they would clap, and you will feel that this guy is definitely going to win. But it's not like that, because when people stand up and clap, when the audience section is clapping for you, here you are losing your concentration, and the confidence that you had, the line you had in mind, you forget that. And once this happens, you don't know what to speak. And if you are speaking in a different language and your glossary is not that good, then you really face a very, very big problem. So I would say that better look at the judges just as if you are talking with them, as you are trying to explain to them, and don't care about the audience. Even if there are like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people, don't care about them. Just look at those 5 judges, tell them what you are trying to tell, and just leave the stage. So next, what is a very important thing is the time management. So how to manage the time in the debate? So let me tell you, time management is very important, because most debating competitions, they are like for 5 minutes to 10 minutes max, and most some debate they would also have 7 minutes. So there are generally like 2 bells or 2 rings. First, at the 6th minute, if it is a 7-minute competition, and first bell will ring before just 1 minute to tell you that it's the time for you to wrap up everything and just conclude. So when that bell rings, you just need to understand that okay, what you have done is done now. You just can't go on extending your speech, because the moment the final bell rings and you speak, you get negative marking. So that is very essential for you to understand that negative marking is not at all appreciated. So as soon as the first bell rings, you now get a clear idea. Okay, I have just 1 minute. I will tell the most important points that are left, and I would leave. So leaving even before 15 seconds, 20 seconds is fine. But even if you exceed 5 or 10 seconds after the final bell, you surely lose marks. Although in small competitions, they don't much care, but in the big competitions, in the state level competitions, district level competitions, they will surely tell you, like, they will actually stop you. They will stop you in the middle of the speech and they will tell you that, okay, your time is over, you are done, you can leave the stage. But if that happens, that is actually a bad note you are ending with. So always try that if अगर आपके पास सिर्फ 1 मिनट बाकी है, तो 1 मिनट में पूरा चीज को समराइज कर लीजिए और जितना जल्दी हो सके खत्म करके आप चले जाइए. Now, one of the important things that I would like to tell you is that the opening statement. Okay, so the first word that comes to your mind, okay, that comes out of your mouth, it may also decide your winning or your losing chances. For example, you go onto the stage. Okay, and another important thing, going to the stage, when you know that it's your next turn or something, so drink a little bit of water. Okay, because this is very important, because for example, if you are sitting for a very long time and your turn comes up, so if it is like a 7-minute or 10-minute competition, your voice will choke. So you don't want that to happen. So drink a little bit of water and then go to the stage. Okay, fine. So I was telling about the opening statement. So sometimes the opening statement also may decide your winning or losing chances. You may keep it very simple, or you may begin with quotes also. So beginning with quotes helps, but sometimes I feel that it is not that good to begin with quotes, because if the quote is not linked with the matter you are speaking, then that quote ends up giving you negative marks. So that's a little bit difficult thing. And also you should remember the quote. If it's a big quote, then you have to memorize it totally, and then you have to tell it with the full of expressions. Because for example, let me tell you, for example, I am in a debate competition. So I have the mic in my hand, and how I used to start in some competitions, because I used to start in different ways. I used to look what they're demanding, what they are trying from us, what they need from us. So I was like, in some competitions, I use like, okay, a pleasant good morning to one and all present over here. It gives me a great pleasure to stand before you and to speak in favor of the motion. I am Anirban Mukherjee, and I stand here firmly supporting and representing Sindhu Mahavidyalaya. So these are the ways that you should inculcate. So the firmness, the strength in your voice, in the opening statement itself, tells a lot of things, that this guy has the potential to win. This guy has that much capability to win. But on the other hand, if you like start very slow or something, so that ends up in a negative note. So this will come slowly. This is not a one-day thing, I know, because going to the stage and the first thing you hold the mic and you it's very common that you fumble. But try this and master this. Or you can simply like tell good morning everyone, or good evening everyone. If the debate competition wants you to tell your name and the name of your college, then surely go for it. And if they don't, never ever tell your name and the name of your college. So it's better you ask them whether they want you to tell your name and the name of the college, because in most competitions, I have seen people that they don't want you to tell such things, and after and mistakenly, because you memorize a thing, so after you go on to the stage, you forget the things, and if you tell that, you often end up losing the marks and the competition itself. So first make sure whether they want you to tell your name, whether they want you to tell the name of your college. If they want, tell them in a firm manner that will. So you see, when you go on to the stage, the judges would be like writing on the sheet of paper or something. So you hold a mic, take a deep breath, and when you start, they will look up at you like this, and they will say, no, this guy has something. I would surely hear this guy. Because out of 200 students, the judges are also very bored sitting there and looking at everyone and listening the same speeches, because the matter, obviously everyone is going to collect from the internet and everyone will go and tell the same thing. So that's why I tell you that matter don't matter much in the debate. In the debate, what matters is how you are putting the things. So you should know to put a simple thing in a very peculiar, or in a very what should I say, in an extravaganza type of thing, so that when you put it forward, they are like excited. Okay, this guy is something different. We need to hear this guy. So that is a very important thing. And one more important thing is your facial expression. Okay. So for example, you have a very good voice, you are standing firmly there, you know everything, and you are crossing your opponents. But if you don't have that facial expression, that smile on your face, then everything is useless. Everything is useless, because facial expression, they have a like separate column for your expressions. separate marking scheme for your expressions. If you are like flat in everything, what you are speaking, even though if the points are really very important, but you are not stressing on those points, then what happens? You end up losing. You end up losing that battle, and the person who comes next will cross your points. So never go flat. Like in a music, you hear that sometimes high note, low note. So in the same way, you should know how to modulate your voice. So ये आप कैसे कर सकते हैं? Better, what I used to do, I used to read newspapers aloud in front of the mirror. I used to record my voice in the phone and used to hear it. And I used to understand that where should I speak a little louder and where should I speak a little lower. So that's very important, because what happens when you stress on a particular situation, when you stress on a particular point, which is very important, it catches the attention of your judges. They look at you, they think, and you will often see when you cross your points and when you stress, they will do something on the piece of paper which they have. They're actually writing their +1. So for every single point that you cross and every single right thing that you stress upon, you get an additional mark or a bonus mark, which helps you a lot. So this facial expression thing is, and voice modulation. So facial expression and voice modulation, this will come in a progressive manner. It is not a one-day thing. So if you are doing debate like for 1 year from now, and you want to improve how you want to speak in front of others, then you should go for this expression thing. Because what happens, I will tell you that in the initial situations, for example, you are a beginner, and for a beginner, if you are like going to, like in the mind, you have all these things that I'm telling you and you are trying to execute everything, you will definitely fail. Never try that. So try it in a manner. If you really want to become a public speaker, then you should have that perseverance, that capability to stick to it, because you will lose the competitions. I will tell you, I'm telling you that in the beginning you will lose, because what I have seen, the competition is growing and it's not really easy to defeat the renowned debaters, because we guys are doing debate to improve our skills, but there are like professional debaters who are just doing it to earn money. So you have to compete with them to win the prizes. And so you have to learn from them, because they're professional debaters. They know how to speak, they know how to keep the points forward. So you have to learn from them. So even if you lose, you should understand their way of speaking, why your opponent won. If you begin to imbibe these things, I feel that you will surely do wonders in the debating thing. But most importantly, what I feel, you should have a rock solid confidence, because I have seen many competitions in which people they don't know much, but they end up winning the competitions because they have like a rock solid confidence. And the word, every word that they speak, even I have seen people putting some wrong ideas or wrong data in front of the judges, but still they end up winning. So why they won't? Because first of all, no one crosses them, because no one, after, for example, if you go and tell them about some data that you are putting forward, and no one cross verifies it from the Google. So everyone thinks that, okay, this guy is telling such something, so it should be okay. But often I have found that they bring up some wrong, what should I say, numericals or figures, and they tell you that the judges are impressed. But if you are like a talented debater or you are like a skillful debater, always try to cross verify what your opponents are telling. For example, if they are telling this percent of people died in this an accident, so just Google that accident and try to find out really that percent of people died or not. And you get an extra point that when you come and if you cross that point, the things that the build up that guy did in that stage, all is broken down and shattered, because at that moment the judges will minus the marks of your opponent. So these are very simple things. And one of the most important thing that I feel, that in the debate, you should not get excited, right? As I told you, in the chess, you should never get excited. Even if you are thinking that, yes, you are definitely going to win a prize, okay, that's fine. Just sit there till the time you win the prize, take the prize and just leave. So that's the situation. Never get excited. What happens, even if you see that you don't have much competition and you hold a very firm chance in winning the competition, you should never take your opponents lightly. First and foremost important thing is how to address your opponents, right? You should not tell like that on the stage that that guy came here or he came here or she came here. You should tell everything in a respectful manner. My beloved brother, my beloved sister, my worthy opponent, my opponent from the other bench. You should use such words, because what happens, the judges, they note these small points. If you are honoring your opponent, sometimes what happens, you come onto the stage and you honor an opponent saying, my worthy opponent came and told this thing very skillfully, I am very impressed. So you are like telling, or you are just trying to tell that, yes, okay, he or she has told a very good thing and you acknowledge it. So these things also end up helping you and winning you the competitions. So you should remember this, that whenever you address your opponents, you should address them in a proper or particular manner. You should never address them by name. Remember this, even if you know your opponent's name, never ever tell that Rakesh came here and told, or Ramesh came here and told. Never. You tell, my beloved friend, my beloved brother, my beloved sister, my worthy opponent. And so these are common things. And for the Hindi debaters, as I am telling, I am not that expert in Hindi, but you should have a strong power, a grip on your glossary. If you have a strong grip on your glossary, this will bring up new words which you can tell on the stage, which you can put forward on the stage. I have seen people, they put forward very big quotes, even from Ramayana, Mahabharata. These quotes can do wonders in some situations where the thing, if it is related to the text or the thing that you are trying to put forward and speak, but if it is not at all related to the subject matter, and if you go onto the stage and cross that point, then you're surely going to get a bonus point. So this thing is very important. So I have think I have told you some important points. So for an early debater, the most important thing, if you are like a beginner, after listening to me, if you are interested and go on for debating competitions, I would like to tell you that don't participate. If you have a weak confidence level, don't just participate, just go there. For example, for 1 or 2 competitions, just go there, sit there and understand, write down the points, see how these people speak. So after you do, so you get a little bit of confidence that even if you lose, you should not lose the hope. So it's important that you understand what are your opponents speaking and what they're trying to tell you. So it is really good, you see, because I still remember that I had a competition in Dayanand College. So the first competition, it was my second or third competition, I guess. So I went there. I spoke. Sorry, it is a power cut. Forgive me for that. So I don't think so. Please listen to my audio. My video is off. Yeah. So if you see that a topic is given on issues like demonetization, so always try never ever to bring up any political statements, or you should not or never support any party. You should not tell such things in your comments, because what happens, whenever you talk politically, you never know which party the judge is supporting or something. So just keep the straight away points. Okay, these are the benefits, these are the harmful side effects that may happen because of this particular decision. What I did that day, I mistakenly spoke about some political things, so that ended up for me losing the competition. So from that competition, I understood that yes, whatever happens, you should never say any political things or any political related things on stage. That's very, very important, and you should remember that. And also another thing is that never tell any statements regarding your religion, your caste, creed. So because what happens when you tell such things, and if it falls in a negative motion, that ends up, you will definitely lose the competition, because you never want anything going wrong for you. So in simple words, I would like to summarize up this, and I don't want to extend, time is already past 6, I don't want to waste your evening. I would like to summarize that, okay, if you want to be a good debater, just have good confidence in yourself, learn from others, and most importantly, learn from your faculty members, because Sindhu Mahavidyalaya has very, very good teachers, and they have always supported me. They have always taught me whenever I needed help. Suman ma'am was there. Leena ma'am was always there with me. So I took their guidance, how to present. They always told me, even with new quotes, how I can put them forward. So approach your teachers, ask them to help you. They will definitely do that, and they will help you instill that confidence in yourself, which will really help you in becoming a good speaker. Most importantly, what you need is practice. Practice harder, practice in front of the mirror, improve your glossary, and it is not that difficult to become a good debater, believe me. So I would like to conclude here, and if I am very happy that I got this opportunity to interact with so many students, and I am again like interacting with my old teachers, although not everyone is here, but I just recollect those 3 years, and I will never be able to forget. That's why I really have a different attitude for Sindhu Mahavidyalaya, because if I feel that in the future, even if I am that much capable, even if I become something one day, if I am able to do something for Sindhu Mahavidyalaya, I would be very grateful, because whatever I am today, it's only because of Sindhu Mahavidyalaya, only because of my respected guides and professors. And I really have no words what Sindhu Mahavidyalaya has given me, how much I have got from it, and really their support, their guidance that paved my way. And I'm like very, very thankful to everyone, every teacher, principal sir, vice principal sir, even Cherian sir was there. So thank you everyone. I would like to conclude here. If you want any kind of help, I'm always there to help you. You can connect me through LinkedIn. I am there. Even in Google Scholar ResearchGate, you can connect me, or you can get my number from the professors. I would like to help you if you want my suggestions regarding the different subjects on science background, because I also would like to tell you students how to write papers particularly, because universities patterns and also, okay, time is running up. I would like to end up here. Thank you, sir. Thank you everyone for giving me this wonderful opportunity to interact with everyone. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Anirban sir, for your wonderful section, and we'll definitely follow your tips and rules to participate or to win any competition. Thank you so much. I welcome Shobha Bhanias ma'am, who is present with us today. Ma'am, um, now if anybody wants to ask any question, or any ma'am or sir wants to say anything, can please
Thank you so
unmute
much.
themselves and say.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Anybody interested to ask any question?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Chanchal, Shobha Bhagya ma'am, she wants to say something.
Yes, ma'am, please.
No.
Shubha ma'am, do you want to say something? Please, you can proceed.
Thank you so much. Actually, I was very happy to be connected with you. Dr. Satish Tewani sent me this link, and since I am also alumni and I am also in a team, I was really impressed listening to Anirban and the way he has told point wise. Really, it is great, and lots need to be understand, learned, and really we should. In day-to-day life also, as well as whenever people are participating, we should take care of all these things. Confidence, which is the utmost important thing in our life. So I have really great respect for the faculties and the team members, Dr. IP Keswani, our Dr. Vinky Rugwani, respected HR Bakhru sir, and I really place on record that the college Sindhu Mahavidyalaya is a great place. People from all part of city, they can take admission and be a great personality. Here, I want to put up a proposal that due to COVID, like people are depressed, people are stressed, and me, I am associated now with Patanjali Yoga Samiti, whereas I take yoga classes and pranayam classes. I put up a proposal like I want to take classes for students or for faculties. In case it works out, we can take it on Zoom itself. So you can just keep it with all the faculties proposal and just let me know. Thank you so much.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. We'll discuss about it
Thank you, ma'am.
with our principal and we'll let you know the things, ma'am. Sure.
Definitely, ma'am. We are very grateful to you for offering such a important service to our college. And within a few days, we will try to have one workshop, as you said. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank you, Dr. Kasbekar.
Thank you, ma'am.
Students, do you have any question to ask? Anybody having any doubt, please, beta, you can ask Anirban. He is very much here.
मैं एक प्रश्न करना चाह रहा था।
Yes, sir.
तब तक कोई स्टूडेंट भी शायद उनको मैंने ऑप्शन दिया है कि वो खुद को अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं किसी स्टूडेंट को यदि क्वेश्चन है तो। अनिर्बन जी से मेरा प्रश्न था कि हम जब ऐसे डिबेट कंपटीशन में जा रहे हैं या कहीं बोलने का अवसर हमें मिलता है तो हमारा बोलने का तरीका ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण होता है या हम जो बोल रहे हैं वो महत्वपूर्ण है? हम क्या बोल रहे हैं वो ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है या कैसे बोल रहे हैं वो ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है? इस पे थोड़ा आपका मार्गदर्शन चाहिए था।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर। देखिए कैसा क्या होता है कि जब आपको कोई टॉपिक अगर पहले से दिया जाता है, फॉर एग्जांपल इन डिबेट में जा रहे हैं तो आपको टॉपिक पहले से पता होता है, तो आप जितने भी लोगों को टॉपिक मिल चुका है तो सब लोग रिसर्च करने वाले टॉपिक के बारे में, तो जो पॉइंट्स जजेस के सामने रखे जाते हैं वो मोर और लेस सेम ही हो जाते हैं। सो जो मैटर है, ऐसा मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि जो आप बोल रहे हो इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, इट्स लाइक 40% इंपॉर्टेंट बट द 60% वेटेज इज लाइक हाउ यू प्रेजेंट। आप कैसे प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, भले ही आपके पास ज्यादा पॉइंट्स ना हो, लेकिन अगर आप उसको ऐसे तरीके से उनके सामने रख रहे कि वो मतलब बहुत खुश हो जाए, तो फिर आप सरप्राइज पक्का जीतेंगे। क्योंकि मैंने ऐसे देखे हैं कुछ सिचुएशंस में कैसा होता है कि एक दिन में मुझे 3-4 लाइक डिबेट कॉम्पिटिशन था, तो मैं प्रिपेयर करने का उतना टाइम नहीं मिला मुझे, तो जितना भी छोटा टाइम मिला, कम टाइम मिला, मैं वहां पे गया तो जाके बाद लाइक 10 से 15 मिनट मुझे टाइम दिया गया कि भैया इतना टाइम तुम्हारे पास है, तुम इतने में प्रिपेयर करो, करके बताना है तुमको। मैं क्या करूंगा, आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग, बट some general points I had with me and I presented in a way that no other people did and I won the first prize there. So मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि yes, ऐसा नहीं है कि आप मैटर जो बोलते हो इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, वो जरूर इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट दैट इज 40% वेटेज एंड 60% इज एवरीथिंग, लाइक योर फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस, हाउ यू स्पीक एंड हाउ द थिंग्स यू पुट फॉरवर्ड। सर
मेरा एक प्रश्न है।
यस सर, यस सर।
इसमें बॉडी लैंग्वेज का भी कोई रहता है क्या इम्पोर्टेंस?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल। बॉडी लैंग्वेज जैसे मैंने बोला कि आप हैंड मूवमेंट जो है, आपका हाथ का जो मूवमेंट है वो इंपॉर्टेंट होना चाहिए। आपको बॉडी जो रहेगा वो फर्म रहेगा, मतलब आप ज्यादा हिलेंगे डुलेंगे नहीं, बट आपका जो हाथ है बस वो हाथ आपका बराबर हिलना चाहिए। नहीं तो कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं पूरा शरीर को हिलाते हैं ऐसे, बट दैट इज एक्चुअली अ रॉन्ग परसेप्शन। आपका जो पूरा बॉडी है वो स्ट्रेट होना चाहिए, आपका शरीर और जो हेड है एकदम स्ट्रेट होना चाहिए, जजेस की तरफ आप देख रहे हैं, और आपका जो हैंड है उस हैंड हाथ से आपको एक्सप्रेस करना है कि आप बोलना क्या चाहते हैं।
Can I ask one question to you, Anirban?
Yes sir, sure sir.
You also have felt that there are some students, when they come to the stage for the first time, they are shaky and they are not able to speak. Right?
Yes,
they have a lot of stress, they are nervous, right?
Yes sir.
Now, will it go with practice, or you have any other tip for them so that they overcome that? Because you say that you should have confidence, but if they don't have confidence, just by saying you should have confidence, they will not build up confidence.
Yes.
जिस चीज के बारे में मैं नहीं सोचना चाहता कि he doesn't want to become nervous, he will become more nervous. यार मैं नर्वस हो रहा हूँ, ये सोच के तो और नर्वस हो जाता है वो। तो इसके लिए कुछ तुमने जो प्रैक्टिस किया, तो apart from practicing going to debate competitions frequently, is there any method by which you can overcome this fear of stage and fear of speaking in front of the audience?
Yes sir. Actually मेरे साथ कैसा हुआ था, जैसे मैंने yes sir. हाँ,
have you understood the question? क्वेश्चन है कि बोलने से कोई चीज जाती नहीं है ना, कुछ करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए।
yes,
मैं बोलूं यार मैं अच्छा, मैं आई एम गुड, आई एम कॉन्फिडेंट, he is not confident, basically he is not confident.
ना सर,
आप उसको 100 बार बोलो कि भाई ऐसा मत सोच, तू मत नर्वस मत हो जाता है नर्वस बच्चा। अब क्या करेंगे उसके लिए? यू हैव टू टेल हिम टू प्रैक्टिस मोर, और इज देयर एनीथिंग एल्स यू गाइस?
सर अगर मैं क्या बोलूं, मेरे साथ क्या हुआ था जब मैं पहली बार डिबेट किया था, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला कि मैं स्टेज पे खड़े होके मैंने अपना नाम गलत बताया, लोग मेरे पे हंसे थे, तो दैट डे लाइक आई फेल्ट वेरी बैड। तो मेरे उस पे एक जुनून टाइप सवार हो गया था कि वन डे आई विल कम बैक टू द स्टेज एंड सेट द स्टेज ऑन फायर, no matter what happens. So it took me like 6 years to reach that position, and so मेरे साथ सर ऐसा था। और मैं कैसा था, in order to practice में जो,
तो यही चीज सबके साथ होनी है।
नहीं सर, जब मैं घर में पढ़ाई करता हूँ इन केस, तो मैं जब अपने रूम में अकेला बैठता हूँ, आई ऑलवेज लाइक डू रीडिंग। सो जब तक आप जो पढ़ेंगे वो सुनेंगे नहीं, ये एक आपको कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड करने में ऑलवेज हेल्प करता है। लाइक यू नेवर स्पीक एंड यू नेवर लिसन। सो अगर आप कुछ भी चीज पढ़ रहे हैं सेपरेटली, लोगों से दूर, आप पढ़िए उसको। जब पढ़ रहे हैं आप खुद के कान से सुन रहे हैं आप क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, तो आपको आगे जाके हेल्प करता है। बिकॉज कुछ ऐसे भी लोग मेरे साथ थे, एक्चुअली मेरे कुछ फ्रेंड्स थे जो जिनको मैंने ऑलवेज डिबेट में देखा है प्रेजेंट, ऑलवेज वो रहते हैं और वो ऑलवेज नर्वस रहते हैं। तो फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट कंपटीशन टिल द लास्ट दे वर लाइक कमिंग टू एवरी डिबेट कंपटीशन, बट सर वो कभी जीत नहीं पाए। तो मैंने उनको बोला कि क्यों ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, तो वो बोलते हैं कि ये हमारा बस की बात ही नहीं है। सो सर इफ यू थिंक दैट यू कांट डू, नो मैटर who tells you what they tell you, you can never achieve. So मुझे लगता है सर अगर जीतना है आपको डिटर्मिनेशन फॉर्म बनाना पड़ेगा कि ओके, नो वन कैन स्टॉप मी, आई विल विन दिस कंपटीशन, आई विल डेफिनेटली विन। अगर आज नहीं, एक साल बाद आऊंगा, फिर से आऊंगा, पर जीतूंगा। ऐसा मेंटेलिटी रहा है सर, तो आपको कोई नहीं रोकेगा।
एक और स्टूडेंट्स के दिमाग में होता है कि इफ दे आर स्पीकिंग इन इंग्लिश दे विल गेट मोर मार्क्स। ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या? इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, नो।
बिल्कुल सर, ऐसे लोग सोचते हैं, बट ऐसा होता नहीं है। क्योंकि अगर आपका स्ट्रेंथ इंग्लिश है, आप इंग्लिश में बोलिए। अगर आपका स्ट्रेंथ हिंदी है, तो हिंदी में बोलिए। व्हाट मैटर्स इज हाउ फ्रीक्वेंट, हाउ फ्लुएंटली यू स्पीक, एंड आपका जो वर्ड्स है, हाउ गुड योर लैंग्वेज इज, एंड आप क्या बोल रहे हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं सर कि इंग्लिश बोलते बोलते अचानक हिंदी बोल देते हैं, सो वो टोटली मतलब रॉन्ग इंप्रेशन हो जाता है। अगर आप हिंदी बोल रहे हैं तो पूरा हिंदी बोलिए, सिंपल हिंदी। ऐसा नहीं कि आप संस्कृत वर्ड बोल रहे हैं,
आजकल
एकदम नॉर्मल हिंदी बोलिए। और ऐसा
नहीं, बट अभी तो मिक्सिंग चलती है. That's what everywhere we are seeing. Hindi, English, Marathi, all three languages put together.
शोभा
डिबेट में.
शोभा डिबेट्स में नहीं चलती.
ओके.
यू आर जो कंपटीशन होती है ना, एक्चुअली इट डज नॉट गिव गुड इंप्रेशन कि यू आर स्विचिंग द लैंग्वेज. नई वर्ड समझ में आ रहा तो आप हिंदी में बोलना शुरू कर दे रहे, और हिंदी नहीं आ रही ठीक से तो फिर एक इंग्लिश वर्ड डाल दे रहे. So that shows that you don't have a command over any one language. Even on one language you are not confident. तो आप switch कर. ये बोलचाल की भाषा में चलता है. एक रेगुलर हम लोग जो क्लास में वो लोग बात करते हैं, उसमें भी मैं बताऊं, जो टीचर्स ऐसे पढ़ाते हैं उसमें बहुत खराब इंप्रेशन पड़ता है.
Because nowadays in speech and all, people have started using all languages.
Yes, ma'am. Speech में normal है.
टीवी वगैरह में चलता है. हाँ, ये इनफॉर्मल इसमें चलता है, लेकिन फॉर्मल इसमें एक जो ग्रेस आता है ना, इट्स ओनली विद वन लैंग्वेज.
यस सर,
जैसे मैं आपसे दो लैंग्वेज बात कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन अगर मैं कहीं स्पीच दे रहा हूँ, इट शुड बी इन वन लैंग्वेज.
यस सर, हमको यास्टिक फॉलो करनी पड़ती है डिबेट या फिर एलोकेशन के टाइम पे. यू हैव टू मूव ऑन दोस यास्टिक्स.
इवन इन योर लेक्चर आल्सो, बच्चों को नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो आप ठीक है हिंदी वर्ड बता सकते हो उनको, लेकिन ये ऐसा नहीं लगना है कि आपके पास भी वर्ड छूट गया इसलिए आप हिंदी में बात कर रहे हो.
हाँ सर, बिल्कुल.
बच्चे समझ जाते हैं, वो लोग अंडरस्टैंड. कोई चीज छुपती नहीं है. अनिर्बन का बहुत अच्छा लेक्चर हुआ. वेरी
सुपर, सुपर.
शोभा भागिया इज आल्सो अ गुड डिबेटर ना, उसका भी एक लेक्चर रखो. तिवानी, सिर्फ उनको ऐसे बुलाओ मत, वो बहुत अच्छा बोलती है.
जी सर. सर आज ही सुबह बात हुई थी तो उन्होंने योगा के लिए बोला था एक, तो मैंने बोला कि ठीक है, रामाराव जो स्पोर्ट्स वाले हैं उनके साथ में करके एक योगा का मैडम एलुमनाई के थ्रू रखवा देते, एलुमनाई के प्लेटफॉर्म पे.
योगा भी अच्छा है. शी इज द एक्सपर्ट.
जी जी.
थैंक यू सो मच.
कंटिन्यू करो ये सीरीज.
जी जी.
कंटिन्यू विद सम. चलिए फिर
चंचल, कंटिन्यू बेटा.
क्लोज.
Ma'am, I guess Aishwarya have some question here. Please unmute her.
Yeah.
First of all, the session was really amazing. It was really informative, and I have always struggled with the winning competitions. I guess it's because of confidence levels or something, I think. But so my question is, what should the language be like? I mean, vocabulary wise. Should it be easy to understand, or should it contain some difficult words?
No. It should be very easy to understand, and you should never use actually difficult words, because if you use difficult words, the judges may feel that you are trying to, what should I say, flatter them. So
trying too hard.
Yeah, you should never use very tough words. Normal, simple English, but it should tell the judges that okay, you have a total fluency in English and you totally know what you are speaking.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Darshika wants to ask something. Please unmute her. Darshika.
वो अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा. दर्शिका, वो नहीं कर रही.
Darshika, are you there?
Ones who want to ask the question can raise their hand so we can unmute them.
Hello.
Yeah, Darshika, bolo.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बेटा, you want to say something? You want to ask something?
No, ma'am. It was amazing and very
happy?
मैडम कंक्लूड के लिए चलें डॉक्टर
Yeah, बिल्कुल. Chanchal, Dr. Rughwani is with us. Please, beta.
Yes. Now I request Dr. Vinky Rogwani sir to express his views.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dr. I.P. Keswani ji, Mr. Mukherjee, who happens to be our own student. I could see also Shobha Bhagia, Mr. Tewani, and I don't know whether Dr. Kasbekar is there or not because I joined very late. मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले ही join किया है.
I am there, sir. I am there. I am eager to hear you also.
चलो, nice.
Kasbekar sir के favorite student है Anirban. He will be there.
Okay. So मैं थोड़ी देर जो सुना मैंने, तो I could feel like कि बहुत बढ़िया एक अच्छी बात यह है कि हमारे कॉलेज में भी इतने अच्छे मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर्स हैं और हम अपने कॉलेज में भी बहुत कुछ अन्य जो विद्यार्थी हैं ऐसा बना सकते हैं. डेफिनेटली डॉक्टर केसवानी जो हैं उन्होंने उनसे एक सवाल पूछा था कि हम जो कुछ बोल के कोई चीज हो जाती है क्या, हमें तो करके दिखाना चाहिए वो चीज. लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर इफ आई से कि मैं ये कर सकता हूं तो आई थिंक इट विल इंक्रीज माय कॉन्फिडेंस एज वेल एज विल डिक्रीज माय स्ट्रेस लेवल करने के लिए. और अगर मैं ऐसा बोलूं कि मेरे से ये गलती हो गई, मेरे को ऐसा नहीं करता तो ऐसा हो जाता, तो इट विल डेफिनेटली इज गोइंग टू डिक्रीज इट विल इंक्रीज द स्ट्रेस. सो अल्टीमेटली हमें यह बोलना चाहिए कि हम यह करके दिखाएंगे और मैं ऐसा करूंगा, तो डेफिनेटली इट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प इन आवर फ्यूचर कोर्स ऑफ एक्शंस. कुल मिलाकर आई कांग्रेचुलेट ऑफ कोर्स द Sindhu Mahavidyalaya staff as well as the Alumni Association headed by our own Dr. I.P. Keswani ji. So congratulations to the speaker and everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding us. Now I call upon Ms. Harmeet Kaur Virdi to propose vote of thanks.
Am I audible?
Yes, Harmeet, please.
Good evening, everyone. Respected dignitaries, teachers, alumni members, and all my dear friends. I, Harmeet Kaur Virdi, a student of MCOM second year, am here to propose vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank the honorable members of Management Committee for giving us the permission for today's event. I thank Honorable Shri H.R. Bakhru sir, President, Sindhu Hindi Vidya Samiti, Dr. Vinky Rogwani sir, Chairman, Sindhu Hindi Vidya Samiti, and Dr. I.P. Keswani sir, General Secretary, Sindhu Hindi Vidya Samiti, for their gracious presence and as well as their words of encouragement. I thank our principal, Dr. S.V. Kasbekar sir, for his valuable guidance and encouragement. I would like to extend my heartiest thanks to Vice Principals sir, Dr. S.V. Tewani sir, and Dr. A.G. Thadani sir for their constant motivation. I thank our cultural in charge, Dr. Leena Chandnani ma'am, for her relentless efforts, and also all the teachers in the Organizing Committee of Cultural and Alumni Association for making this workshop a success. A special thank to Shri Naveen Agrawal sir for providing the technical support. Most important thank to Anirban Mukherjee for his elaborating explanation about debating skills and his tips to improve our communication skills. I also thank to all the alumni members who are present here. Lastly, I thank all the participants of the workshop for their patient listening. With this, we come to the end of the program. Thank you.